Now, the first question to Mr. Vecchioni. Over the last 5 years, your relationship with Ocrim brought a number of ideas, and many of them led to the Milling Hub project, which can be defined as a container of skills, competencies, and know-how. So the question is the following. What has been the conceptual contribution provided by Bonifiche Ferraresi to this project? Now, first of all, let me say that all the shareholders of our listed company, Bonifiche Ferraresi, are really happy and satisfied. Today's meeting is about the presentation of the Milling Hub, and this is a very important chapter in the industrial plan of BF Group. The partnership with Ocrim started right from the beginning of the project of the Bonifiche Ferraresi project in Italy, and it started with a takeover bid in 2014 for the shareholding of Bank of Italy. The project is the integration of the serial supply chain with the production, processing, and distribution to end consumers. And so that was the common element between BF project and Ocrim Group. We wanted to make sure that all conditions in Italy were met to make something that has never been done before, which is not only a partnership between companies, but rather a partnership of competencies, vertical integration, presence throughout the supply chain, and very high specialization. The milling industry went through ups and downs recently. Many companies have been restructured and reorganized. So Bonifiche Ferraresi can benefit, can rely on a leader, which is Ocrim. And so today's presentation of the Milling Hub is not the end. It is just the first step towards a new pathway. So today we have Gigi pasta maker, but in the medium and long term, other companies will be involved. We are talking about the durum wheat, which is a niche sector with 25 million tons in the world, but we are also thinking about a soft wheat sector with the aim of enhancing the finished product and the whole supply chain. So this project is a great innovation between an agricultural player, which is Bonifiche Ferraresi, and an industrial player, which is Ocrim. So this is a virtuous collaboration in the industry. Now, another question for Mr. Vecchioni. What do you think about the integration of different skills and competencies? And I think of Ocrim, BF, but also SIS, so Società Italiana Sementi. You mentioned SIS, which means also agricultural genetics, the seed industry. And this is a historical pillar of the Italian production. I believe that the Industrial Plan 2021-23, which has recently approved by BF, is consolidated by the Milling Hub. In terms of integration, we say from seed to table, but this means integrating, research in agriculture and processing and distribution in the food industry. BF has changed over the last years from end company to food company. And this is really the first time that the agriculture component of the Italian industry and distribution industry are integrated. Being aware that the market has changed, agriculture price volatility required for a common understanding. No player alone can be competitive in the future. Platforms, strategic alliances, and dimensions will matter, will wane, and Ocrim and BF are considering their roles as complementary. They are not overlapping, they are not opposite. This is the vision at the basis of the project. And all this was also explained to the market because, you know, in order to transform these projects into reality, resources are needed. So investors must be attracted. I have to say that so far investors were quite skeptical with respect to the food industry. But today, in particular, after COVID, in the post-COVID situation, the food industry is paramount. And so we need, of course, skills, we need the solid vision, but also we need a favorable political and institutional situation. Ocrim is present all over the world, and they know this. In particular, if you think about the seed industry, you know, Golden Power, very sad, but also Syngenta, China, you know, these examples tell us that private-to-private partnership is not enough. The institutional context must be aware of what is going on in the sector. Thank you for your interesting and exhaustive answer. Now, going back to what Mr. Vecchioni was saying about the market, the question is the following: how can milling hub satisfy the requests of the market, which is increasingly demanding in terms of quality? Now, we talked about high specialization. As I said, this is a first step in the milling hub platform, and it makes quite clear, you know, what the industrial plan is, the industrial plan of Bonifiche Ferraresi and Ocrim. This is not a mere milling plant. This is a complex project, as Sergio was saying, and it is a project characterized by a high specialization in terms of quality for the supply chain. And this is a guarantee for consumers, but also farmers, because we want to enhance the cereal farming sector, and we want to enhance productions downstream of the milling hub. So in order to be successful, we have to innovate the production model. Let me repeat it once again. This is not a plant processing flour and semolina only. This is something different. This is something that makes quality available. So all the players, the whole chain will be successful. The players that collaborated with BF. Of course, the first thing is enhancing Italian land, which is the basis for Made in Italy. But then Ocrim, which represents technological excellence, and Ocrim is an international player. So Ocrim can ensure high quality products for the Italian customers, but also for foreign ones. So this is a new way, a new possibility, a new opportunity for other alliances. We are open to many more opportunities. So we are considering other Italian players, pasta makers or small companies. I think about couscous, for example, or cereals industry. So there are plenty of opportunities for Ocrim and BF.